Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we're going to be rebuilding drop targets on the taxi. The reason why we're rebuilding them is because of this. That one works good. See how that one was sticky? They are full of grease. They should be dropping down hard, like these. See how those go? That's what we're supposed to be doing. Not this slow stuff here. Not this. Come on, go down. There you go. Alright, let's flip this up so we can get at the drop target assembly and start working on it. Okay. I am actually going to completely take it out of the machine. I found out doing the first one, it was so much easier. This light is blinding me, but it's good for you guys. Anyways, it's pretty simple. We're gonna just unplug it here. We're gonna unplug it, get it out of the way. We're gonna take this one light off. It's right here, and we'll get that out of our way too. As long as I can hold a screwdriver. Because we're gonna take the whole mounting assembly out. Light bulb. You gotta get replaced anyways. I don't want to lose that screw. There we go. Okay, that's out of the way. This light bulb we can finagle and scoot around it. But now we have to take Mr. coil off. I believe we will need a 5/16 for that. Nope, it's the purple one, I think it was. Oh, that's not good. Don't drop your stuff, Mark. And you guys know this place? Suburbia? Good place. I'm not promoting it, I just wore the shirt today and I didn't feel like changing into my Mark's Basement Arcade shirt for your viewing pleasure. Just today's my like lazy day. You know what, I think I'm just gonna desolder that. Well, I gotta get it off anyways to replace the sleeve. I can't really get at those two back nuts yet. So let's pull these out of the way first. This crap right out of my way. I will just get it off this board, and then I'll take the coil off. So like I said, we have to put a new sleeve in it anyways. I forgot that light uses a smaller screw. And where did that screw go? I just watched it drop in front of me. I don't like losing screws, so lost too many in my life. Because I got screw looses. Yeah. I know I got bad jokes today. How much I got? I got 2 hours and 6 minutes left on this card. Every day, girl. Nothing but love, baby. 8 days a week. Okay. These two need to be loosened almost all the way on the front here so we can pivot the coil up and off. You can leave it soldered to the game. You don't have to desolder it. But you do need to loosen the screws so you can get it off. At least from what I remembered. Yes, there we go. So now we got this whole assembly off. So let's get my little spot on a table set up and bring you over there, and then we can work on this bad boy. Alright, we're back. Let me get my phone out of my pocket. Turn off the ringer. Put it up over here upside down so it's not in my way. This Christmas I'm cleaning up my arcade. I'm tired of my mess. Alright, we got this is missing some clips. Let's see if I have some spares. If I can find all my parts to put new clips on. But there should be, I think there should be one there, but I'm gonna at least put one back on here. These clips just pop off. I'll put them over on the side there. And then there's a washer. I'm just going to put them kind of in order. As they were. Okay. This just slides up. Ta-da. And that's your board with your 3 optos on it. And now is the fun greasy part. You got there should be 3 clips down here, and then there's 3 up here. It's a clip washer spring washer. I got lucky on that one. Wow. There's my clean part rag. I wasn't thinking I was going to pop it off that hard. Thought I was just going to get in there and be able to catch it. That's why they call them Jesus clips sometimes. Because they fly off and you're like, Jesus, where the hell did that go? Alright. Those will go down like that. Now these you definitely don't want to be losing anything because there's springs in here, and I'm sure these springs are dedicated spring tightness. On the other one, the Lola targets, I actually had to go through and totally use degreaser on the springs because there was so much grease slathered on there. And the reason why I know these are dry, at least I believe they are dry, unless I did something wrong, is that when I did put a little grease on them, it made them just as sticky and rough. So I put them back together with no grease, and they work perfect. But if there's grease needed, later on when I look through the manual, I will reapply grease. But as of right now, I am not. Because, like I said, when I did put it back together, I use super lube when I put it back together with super lube, it was just as slow again. So I'm like, So I put another one back together with no grease, and I had no issues. This is just naphtha. This little eyedropper bottle full of naphtha that I use for cleaning all my pinball junk. It's just nice because a lot of people will do this with naphtha or any other chemicals. They'll take their bottle and then they'll go like this, and then they'll clean stuff, and then they'll go like this and then clean stuff, and then they'll go like this again and clean their stuff. Well, you know what you did? All the dirt you got on your rag when you went like this, what do you think you did? You put dirt back into here. So this is now, your naphtha is now contaminated. So what you really should do is either get your rag wet once or dump it onto your rag. You don't ever want to do this unless you're using a clean rag all the time. So I see people constantly doing that, going like this, and then cleaning stuff, and then doing that. No, don't do that. You're just putting dirt back into right into your naphtha. You're just contaminating your naphtha and making it junk. I see that with people doing that with alcohol, everything. Just in the general world, not in pinball world either, like on parts, like automotive, I see people do it all the time. I'm like, really? You just contaminated everything. Just like I learned that from body shops. I worked at a Ford dealer, and a body shop guy just like totally blew up on me. He goes, throw that out now. He goes, that's garbage. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, look at your cloth. I'm like, yeah. He goes, it's dirty. It's got dirt on it, right? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, you just put that back into the can. So that's garbage now. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't think of that. All right. Back to it, working on this. Now these, they got 3 springs. I found that's easiest. We're going to just hold the spring like this, and then it just comes right off, and it just unhooks and loops. Hold the spring, and we're going to put it back on the same way. These targets I'm just going to take to the tub, the laundry tub, and clean them off. These springs, I will wipe them off, get the greasies off. New word today, greasies. I'll get the greasies off of them. These don't have to go back in any specific order. You don't have to put back on 1 or 2 or in the middle or in 3. They just need to be, I guess they don't really need to be clean of grease. The grease isn't really doing anything for them. It's not doing anything for them. There's also washers on here, but I'm going to leave them on because there's no grease on this side, but I'm just wiping the shafts off. To get the grease off the shafts. And then all the other just dust and debris that's just been on here for years. It's pretty stained. I could actually probably throw it in a, ultrasonic cleaner and get it clean. Now this ridge right here, this is a ridge that I'm gonna have to clean that off again. This locks onto that ridge and then snaps down. When it pushes up, you hear, and that's what locks onto it. So there's this ridge here. I don't know how good you can see it, but that you need to make sure there's no crud on there. So this lip right here by my thumb can lock onto there. So you want to make sure there's nothing on that. So if you get a little piece of debris on there, the target might not sit up there and lock. It might pop back down. That's my observations that I've noticed. Alright. So I'll be right back. I'm going to take all these it looks like it's been slathered with white lithium grease, and I'm going to go scrub them off in soap and water, and then I'll clean the targets off a little bit and we'll throw it back together. So I'll be right back. This camera's probably going to get bumped and moved too. All nice and, man, all nice and clean. Like I said, I got too much of a mess. All pretty. They're a little faded and discolored, but they work, they do the job. This isn't a mint taxi. This is a really good player taxi, so these are perfect shape for the taxi. Alright, the trick is with these, there's a little hook right on the edge of the, what do you call it, the thing, and the spring can just hook right into it like that. And it hangs there nice. And what I've been doing is I've just been hooking it onto the bottom of the post and just sliding it back on. I don't know if you can really... There's a little hook right there. So we will take that, just take that and hook it. Let's tilt that down a little bit. You can't get tilted down anymore. So I will move back. There we go. And then that, we just hook on to the bottom. There's these 3 hooks right here. And then the other half of the springs hooks onto that. We'll hook that on and just slide it over like that. And that is what makes these pop down. Oh yeah, we needed a clip for that. Let's put these washer, spring, washer, and then clip. Do 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 do. Okay, this middle post I should tell you about is it's longer. I don't know if you can really see it. See, it's longer because the board hooks onto that too. So this clip it goes down further onto the post. It still goes at the same height as these two, but there's a ridge in there where that one hooks onto. So just be observant of that. Otherwise, these are pretty easy to rebuild. Like I said, I didn't look in the manual to see if these needed grease, but like I said, when I greased them up, they did not like it. They actually were slower. Alright, we're missing one of those big C-clips. C-clips, E-clips. I think this is them. I am just so mentally exhausted right now, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, that's it. I really just need to have one day where I don't have to do anything. Okay, I need my needle nose plier because I'm not smashing my fingers like I was doing before. No, that's the pliers. This just makes it so much easier. Let's figure out a different song, Mark. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what song that is. It's supposed to be Jump by Van Halen, but I don't think it sounds exactly right. Drop targets, shoot the ball, bam, bam, bam. I have my finger on that one, it don't count. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, I want to get a Q-tip. So, let's go through the opto here. There's a little dirt on a toothpick. Alright. Okay, now this just goes back over the top. Like that. Get a washer to go on that one. A little clip. A washer. Just a clip on this one. I'm gonna just put a clip on that one. I have washers, but my washers are thick. I really need to find some tiny, thinner washers. All mine I get at the hardware store are just fat. I believe that is just too big. Yes, it falls right over the top of it. That's all I feel like I've been working. 8 days a week. Like I said, I'm mentally exhausted right now. Alright, this has been fully rebuilt. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We will clean this off, put that back in there underneath the targets. And we'll get it back in the machine, so let's get back over by the machine. Alright, we're back. And this thingamabobby doohickey, whatchamacallit, go back through here and hang out right there. First, I need to get my cloth and pull this coil sleeve out. Wipe that off. Throw that there. Push this through. Okay. There goes the song again. We're just putting the coil back where it belongs. Finagling me back together correctly, Mark. Why are we? Only because that's up. There we go. That's why you don't want to play with me. Alright, and we're putting the screws back in. You are too high, aren't you? Why don't you say something? Yeah, Mark, I can't see that. I would have moved it. Oh, I'm mentally exhausted. I gotta just take a break. I really need a day where I'm not doing anything. But I have to get this game done. But I think it'd be better for me to take a break with the mechanics and just do something else. Maybe I'll do light bulbs the rest of the day. I think I'll do that. This will be the last mechanics I'm doing. Actually, this is the last mechanics left on the game. Oh my god, I need a break. Alright, let's get that unhooked from the wire matrix. Okay, we got all those bolts tightened up. Everything's good. Everything's back together. So we will finagle this back in there, and we're going to start lining up some of these long screws. Remember, you've got one short screw, and that is for the light bulb. I want to put this back into the wear mark where it was on the game. This was in there so tight it actually left a mark on the bottom of the play field. But you can, I have done it before, where I just took a marker and just traced right around on a line. Like I did it up here, well you can't see that now. But you can just trace around on it, so when you do take it off and you put it back in, it's in the exact same spot. But all you really need to do is line up the this and then check your targets to see if they pop up and pop down by themselves. And they're not binding on anything, which they're not. And I can feel that they got enough room in front of them. So we're set there. I think I'm going to get a new bulb right away for that before I put it in. So I gotta put one in there anyways. I gotta put new bulbs in this whole game. So that's how I roll. All my games get brand new bulbs in them. I don't care if they work. A lot of people are like, but Mark, those bulbs are good. Like, yes, they are. They're also, this is from 1988. How many of these bulbs are original? Sure, the game works. All the bulbs work, okay? You take this game home, and during that ride home, one of those old filaments from 1988 breaks. You got a burnt out bulb right away. Or all the lights do make it back to the home, and then after a week, a couple bulbs start burning out. That's just not cool to me. 389. 389. Here's 96. Take this out. 906. I still check, because I'm weird that way. Alright. And then I will carefully I'm going to put the screw back in here first. That's how I'm going to do it. Put that in there. Got that like that. I'm going to take this, push it between there to hold the screw in place. And then now I'm going to push this down into there and get into the hole. And then once I get it there, tighten it down. middle. That's where the window is. Okay. And that's it. Alright, that's all tightened. That's got to go there. So let's put this playfield down. Okay, I got that up. Yep, those are perfect. Yes, 8 days a week again. Really? Alright, I can't see with this light. Ball comes. Do-do-do-do. Bam! Ball comes. Bam! Ball comes. Bam! See how quick those were now? Remember this one was real slow? Now I'm just going to touch them. That's it. That's how you rebuild drop targets on a taxi. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I guess that's it. Big thumbs up. Like, subscribe, share. This helps anybody. Send them the link. Tell them, hey, hold on. I just seen this done. Here, this is how you do it. Alright, I guess that's about it. Later.